James Comey did write a memo saying President Trump asked him to end its investigation into Michael Flynn. But acting FBI Director Andrew McCabe testified that there has been no effort to impede this investigation from the White House. And the FBI probes are ongoing. There are 3 of them. There are 7 congressional investigations still ongoing. There's a caveat here. Mr. McCabe may not have known about Comey's memo when he testified to that effect last week. He could have been talking about the overall probe, but watch.
There has been no effort to impede our investigation to date. Quite simply put, sir, you cannot stop the men and women of the FBI from doing the right thing, protecting the American people, and upholding the Constitution.
Let's bring in former FBI Assistant Director Jim Kallstrom with me now. Jim, good to have you on the show.
Hi, Liz.
What do you make of all this chaos?
Just another day of chaos from the fifth column in the country. You know, this memo, I don't know. Let's wait and see if there actually is a memo. It was read, I believe, by some unknown person to somebody at the New York Times, and that's a long way from some of the speculation I'm hearing on the radio and on television about what the wording of it may or may not be. And words are important here. You know, if there is such a memo and he did ask for it to be expedited, or, you know, let's see what those words actually are. And then if we actually get a hold of a memo, it might be interesting to see forensically when it was written.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, these are anonymous, unaccountable leaks. That's been the complaint, right, Jim?
Exactly. I mean, it's just every day, you know, the war room, you know, the old Clinton war room, now the fifth column war room that's probably over in President Obama's wing where Valerie Jarrett's living. You know, they got this big grease board, I believe, you know, funded by George Soros, all this stuff. And every day they got some plan for chaos, you know, and they have a lot of people. I mean, the history is replete with things like this, and with the Clinton group, you know, and this is no different. You know, I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's find out if there actually is such a thing.
You know, Jim,
I wouldn't trust a thing the New York Times or the Washington Post said, for that matter.
I hear what you're saying. Just a point of order, just to note that Fox News has confirmed the existence of this memo, Jim. But, you know, James Comey was invited to testify next week. There could be more memos. He may have written more memos, more shoes to drop. But here's my question to you, Jim. It could have been just Trump and Comey in that meeting. And what if Donald Trump taped the conversations? Remember, the president tweeted that warning to Comey last week.
Yeah. Well, you know, if he had a meeting one-on-one with the president, I'm sure it is taped, you know, because all those things are pretty much taped, I would suspect. You know, and it's so important if there is such a thing, you know, what the words actually were. It's interesting that the deputy director, you know, didn't mention anything about this, nor did Comey mention any of it when he talked to the intelligence committee.
Jim, should Comey have stepped forward at that time when he testified and said, yeah, this happened? He didn't hear anything from it. Should he have done that immediately if this allegation is true? You never heard from James Comey about it.
Liz, I think yes. If you know, the wording was such that, hey, I want you to close this investigation. And by the way, to my knowledge, you know, I stand to be corrected. This is not a criminal investigation. This is a counterintelligence, foreign counterintelligence investigation, which is a far cry from a criminal investigation. But all you hear about is, you know, crime, 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 crime. You know, let's see if there actually is a crime somewhere down the road. And it's never been mentioned what a crime is.
Right. And to your point about forensic testing when the memo was written, I mean, apparently this whole conversation happened the day after, allegedly, Mike Flynn resigned, stepped down. Maybe the president was saying, hey, you know what, he's gone now. Maybe that was the context. What do you think?
You know, I hate to speculate. All I can tell you is
everybody else says it's true.
I know. Yeah, but I'm not like, I try not to be like everybody else.
I hear you.
But,
we know.
But you know, it's so important, you know, what we're talking about here. And number one, I'll mention again, as far as I know, it's not a criminal investigation, which puts this in a whole different light. It's an intelligence gathering investigation as to, you know, were there some people colluding, and colluding itself is not a crime.
Yeah, I hear you, but the media is acting like there's a criminal investigation here.
Well, of course they're acting like it. I mean, they lie about everything. Of course, they're saying that.
Okay.
And we're going to hear that every day, 24/7, forever. You know, they got it all plotted out. You know, they've got a different story every day. You know, and basically, you know, they all should be charged with sedition as far as I'm concerned.
Whoa, Jim Kallstrom, we want you back on the show. We love hearing from you.
Anytime.
Come back soon.
Thank
you for your service to our country. You're terrific. Thanks so much.